I'm Dr. Albert Rhymestein.
And I'm Dr. Skillzworth.
And we're here from the Institute for the Preservation of Really Great Ways of Saying Things. Words. We all use them.
Some use them more than others.
They've been spoken throughout the ages by pharaohs and peasants, prophets and heretics, scholars, students, tutors, and even boring individuals such as yourselves. But where did words originate? Were they brought to Earth on an asteroid that left a village-sized crater in the Yucatan Peninsula? Were they created in a laboratory using petroleum and corn solids? Or is the story of their creation even more magnificent and nearly impossible to fathom?
Today, Dr. Rhymestein and I will explore the history and evolution of words, celebrate their multifarious uses, and instruct you in new and exhilarating ways of introducing them into your everyday vernacular.
So hop aboard the linguistic locomotive. Next stop, Vocabularyville, USA.
Words have been collected into dictionaries since ancient times, but perhaps one of the most well-known English lexicons is the Merriam-Webster dictionary, which was first introduced in 1806 and was written by a man named Noah Webster.
Very few people are aware of the fact that the history of the Merriam-Webster dictionary is quite sordid and laden in scandal. Luckily, we here at the Institute have stumbled upon a reel of footage that illuminates the beginnings of this masterful publication. Shocking story, isn't it, Dr. Skillzworth?
Quite.
Luckily, one need not agree with the course of action taken by Mr. Merriam to still appreciate the fruits of his labor.
Or a general lack thereof.
Indeed, even those with the highest code of ethics and moral standards can still flip through the pages of this marvelous volume and bask in the gems and jewels of our native tongue. Eager to impress all those pseudo-intellectuals at your next dinner party? Try peppering a few of these words into your conversation. First off, behove. Verb, to be necessary, proper, or advantageous for. Let's hear that in a sentence.
It would behoove you to avoid jousting with the narwhal after your evening cocktail.
Anthropomorphize. Verb, to attribute human form or personality to.
Be careful not to anthropomorphize your basil plant, lest you grow too attached and hesitate to pluck its leaves.
Phantasmagorical. Adjective, a bizarre or fantastic combination, collection, or assemblage.
Walking into the back room of the strip club, the jumble of bare limbs and laser lights created a crude and phantasmagorical scene.
Lastly, cockamamie. Adjective, ridiculous, incredible.
I am getting so sick of Cynthia and her cockamamie excuses about why she's missing our jazzercise class.
Isn't it sad how many of the best words often fall completely out of use?
Perhaps it's because words like anthropomorphized aren't easily sent via instant message or text.
Regardless of the reasons, it's often heartbreaking to see these fantastic words confined solely to the dusty manuscripts of museum vaults or the online databases of obsessive enthusiasts.
Of these lost words, some of the best remain those designated for personal affronts. But what would happen if we used some of these outmoded insults in everyday disputes?
First, let's see what happens when modern language runs its course.
What the honey, did you seriously use the rest of the milk and then just put it back in the fridge?
Are you serious again? What the won't you freak out about? You're the about the sink full of filthy dishes.
You're such an inconsiderate asshole.
Oh, I'm the asshole. Wow, fucking rich from such a mouth.
You asshole. I'm gonna you with my huge until you die.
I'm sick of your
I fucking hate you and your stupid.
Rather vulgar, isn't it? But let's see what the same scene looks like with a few extinct insults instead.
That's a bunch of bunkum.
That means a whole lot coming from a slubberdigullion like you.
Well, maybe if I wasn't so distracted by your herkismus.
Why don't you just run home and cry, you poltroon?
Whatever, you schnook.
Huh, says the jabbernool.
I'm gonna bescumber you so bad. That was far more colorful, was it not?
Indeed. Now you've heard Dr. Skillzworth and I discuss language at length. However, we decided to hit the streets and talk to the modern man about his relationship to language. Alright, now if we were having a conversation, like, you know, just a good heart-to-heart, maybe we were at a coffee shop, everything was going great, and all of a sudden I referred to you as a clapperdudgeon, would you be insulted?
I would be taken aback, I think. I don't know if I'd be insulted. I would be like, whoa, what's that word mean?
That would be fair, because a clapperdudgeon is basically a deadbeat who is really good at being a deadbeat and came from a family of deadbeats. So on one level, your consistency is fantastic.
Okay, so how would you feel if I told you I wanted to bescumber you?
Bescumber sounds pretty, but I wouldn't want to, like, because Rhymestein is here. And I don't want to be bescumbered by Rhymestein's girlfriend. That's not, you know, that's not good. But if anybody else wanted to bescumber me, it'd be on, yo, straight up and down. I'll be like, yo, bescumber.
So you're a fan of getting splattered with poo then?
Oh.
Yes!
Wow.
But here's one other one. So if in that same conversation, we recovered from that moment, and I now referred to you as a gongoozler, how would you feel?
I probably would not like that. Something about the ooze part makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, what's wrong with just being someone who likes to sit and watch all the things that happen in a canal?
You know, that's kind of nice, actually. Thank you, Dan.
Gongoozler, it's fun
Yeah.
to say. Give it a go.
I'm gonna gongoozler you. I'm gonna implement that into my vocabulary.
As a niño, what was the first word you ever said?
Pito.
Pitu?
Pito.
What does that mean?
It means it's a pito.
Pitu?
Yeah.
Like, how would you say that? Is that a Spanish word or pitu?
Yeah,
Pito like horn or pito like dick?
Like dick.
Pito like dick.
As I suspected.
Do you want to know the only thing creepier than a grown man talking through a very small wooden mask? A renowned scientist offering mustache rides on Craigslist.
Welcome, bienvenidos to Definetime with Rhymestein. That's fucking Rhymestein, asshole. Get it right. Jesus Christ. Check it. Yo, why be talkative when you can be loquacious? Why be dumb when you can be an ignoramus? Why be ugly when you can upgrade to heinous? Why settle for sexy when you can be bodacious? The wonderful wide world of words, bountiful nouns and plentiful verbs, allowing you to turn even a bland day into a voluptuous beauty with mesmerizing curves.